So, asylum seekers, thousands of them, coming to a village near you.
Well, thank you for asking me on. And I think we have to look at it in the round, because we all have to appreciate there's a great density of people coming to the urban areas. There is, of course, a lot of space in the rural countryside, space that's owned and managed by members of our association. And if the arrangements can be done in a controlled and sensible way, then there may well be a way forward for the Home Office. We don't want to see large numbers of people, as some of the MPs have complained about, put in certain cities such as Stoke-on-Trent. If it could be spread out, done, as I say, in a controlled way, then we could see areas where these migrants can be used to help the local rural economy.
So one of the issues is that they're not really allowed to work whilst their applications are being processed. So it's difficult to see how they could maybe impact the local economy other than in some cases drain it. And I've spent a lot of time living in rural areas, and I'm scratching my head trying to find parts of the Lake District, for example, where these people could go that wouldn't actively damage the local economy and threaten local security as well. It's a tough one, isn't it?
Well, of course it's a tough one, but it's something that we have to deal with as a country. We need to think about the security of the people who live in the area. We need to think about the transport that's there, the housing that's available. And of course, there are many people who need affordable housing in the area anyway. But if we can come to an arrangement where some of these people are able to work in the countryside and work in a controlled way, there are shortages of workers in the agricultural sector. And that's a really good
point, Mark. That's a really, really good point. And I think a lot of people might say this is a bit of a trade-off, because I do report regularly here about the fact that we need people working in our rural economies more. Maybe we're struggling to fill jobs, whether it's your old stereotypical fruit pickers or whatever. Maybe that's an area that we could do it, because it kills two birds with one stone, Mark. One of the massive issues that we've got at the moment in various different places is what these asylum seekers do all day. And if they've got nothing to do and they're allowed to freely wander about, well, frankly, that's an issue for a load of people. Either the propensity maybe for them to commit crime, or for them to go missing, or for them to just hang around the local area and do goodness knows what. You're saying put them to work.
Well, I think what I'm saying, for these migrants who have come, many of them for very good, sound reasons, once their process has been gone through by the Home Office, and provided they are accepted in this country, there should be no reason as to why they shouldn't be allowed to work.